Norwich, the 10th in a series of songs and explanation by Dave Moorman. Dave has been programming since 1979, first on a TRS-80, then with a Commodore 128 and 64. The interplay between left brain logic and right brain art was a perfect pastime. And once he entered the ministry, computers gave him a place where something did exactly what he told it to do. When he got the assembler program, he was ready to take on a really large project. He saw a railroad game on his sister's PC, and figured he could make something like it fit in just 64 kilobytes. The simulation brought out dozens of pesky little problems, but one by one, he solved them. The resulting program was called C2C, a transcontinental railroad game. It looked good, so Dave sent it off to Lodestar, the last publisher of C64 games. In a couple of months, he got a call from Fender Tucker, the editor, who offered Dave real money for it.
Suddenly, he had a reason to write games and put together one a month for half a year. The music processor project slowed him down, but Dave became one of the big boys in C64 programming. The pastor at a nearby church had a heart attack, and Dave and Sherry moved to Sterling, Colorado. It was a very active congregation, so he had a lot more on his professional plate. Dave bought a book on how to code 3D worlds such as Doom. Again, he hoped he could press this down to his meager computer, and came close to succeeding. He also used his time to completely beta test Presto before turning it over to Lodestar. The years slipped away. Dave began editing his videos on a new PC, and used that experience to try his hand at doing little movies on the C64. The PCs became fast enough to emulate the C64, so he wrote a Lodestar menu program that worked on an emulator. Dave suggested to Fender Tucker mining old Lodestars and adapting the software to work on a PC. Fender said, "Go for it." This led to a year of publishing Lodestar from Dave's parents' basement. He and Sherry took family health leave to be with Dad and Mom while Dad went through the last stages of cancer. Bill Moorman died in August 2000. As they were packing all their stuff, Fender decided to give up on Lodestar. Sherry and Dave offered to take it over, since he had practiced putting together Lodestar. His last computer programming project was to create a new language, an extension of BASIC with many features unavailable to middling programmers. .Basic Plus was published in 2009 with the help of Alan Reed. Now Dave composes music and makes videos. He just doesn't code much anymore.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to click like and subscribe to hear more of Dave's life in music.